Good afternoon, guys, and happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I've got my grocery store hauls to share with you guys. I also am going to share with you guys Menards, although we bought sort of two things that weren't really on the list. So like I said, I'll share those sort of with you guys. But at Jewel, we ended up, actually, I had a reward to use, so we ended up getting extra $7 off the basket purchase. And so all the deals too at Jewel were really good. Yeah, I'm still a little bit stuffed up. Honestly, I feel way better, even than yesterday. And I was able to sleep last night, which was good. I will share with you guys what we ended up getting, like I said, from Jewel, Aldi, and also from Menards. Over here on this side of the table, all of these items we ended up getting from Jewel would have been $102.71. We paid $26.38 plus tax. I think it was 80 cents in tax, and saved $76.33. So first off, the advertised just for you sales that were going on the front of the ad that everybody has access to in their account, or on the Post cereals. These were 99 cents when you bought 4 with the just for you coupons. We ended up picking up 2 of the Pebbles and 2 of the Honeycombs. And then the Czech Cereal, which is actually the family size, although they had it sort of weird at the store. It was almost the tag was almost on the smaller sized ones, but the family count, these ones are 99 cents when you buy 3. So we ended up picking up 3 of those as well. And then the pineapple was 99 cents also with the just for you coupon. And then the other ones that were advertised as well was on these little to-go containers of tomatoes. These were 99 cents after just for you coupon. It wasn't on the front of the ad, but I think it was on the back, and it's advertised as everybody can get this deal sort of thing. So those were, like I said, those advertised just for you sort of items. And then some of the other sales that were going on, the pumpkin pie spice, that was on sale for $2.24. They were 25% off. And then there was $1 off any of the O Organics spices. So I ended up getting the pumpkin pie spice because I think when we ended up making cookies last year, I believe we ended up using pumpkin pie spice, and I don't think we have very much, so I went ahead and picked up this. It was also one of the cheapest ones, and like I said, I think we're actually out. And I thought $1.29 for the organic one's actually a really good price, because I think all these is $2 for theirs, and I don't even know if they have pumpkin pie spice. So we ended up picking that up. And then we also ended up the sort of advertised sale items that were going on for this week. The Quaker Cereals, these were $1.49 when you bought 4, so we picked up 4 of those. And then they had their 88-cent sale that was running as well. So all the items were 88 cents when you bought 8 or more products. I think I ended up getting 14 products maybe. I thought I had more on my list, but I don't know. Anyways, so we ended up picking up the Nutri-Grain bars. The Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars were 88 cents again when you bought 8 or more products. So I picked up 2 of those. I picked up a Powerade for everybody. I also picked up 2 cans of the Bumblebee Chunk Light Tuna. Also the Dutch Farden Chicken Kiev, and then 2 of the Brown and Serve sausages. And then also the Progresso soups, those are 99 cents each when you buy 5, or in multiples of 5, I think. And so we ended up picking up 3 of the chicken and dumpling kind for my mom. My dad got just a spicy jambalaya kind, and then just a regular chicken noodle for Jack if he wants it. Just, because again, it's sort of soup season, and this is when they go on sale. And then we also ended up picking up, these are the little 10 count of these Medi Wiper hand sanitizing wipes. These ones that, like I said, I one time had a coupon for. About the bigger size on accident. But these are the little, purse sort of size. And so we ended up picking up that. That was free after a just for you, personalized just for you coupon. But I think that most people should have that in their account, because I saw a lot of people buying them as well, and I think it was specifically because they were free after the rebate. So that was everything we ended up picking up over at Jewel. And then at Aldi we ended up doing a little bit of fill-in stuff. So we ended up picking up paper plates, like 140 count paper plates for $5.89. Also got hash browns for $3.99. Split top wheat bread was $1.09. And then we got the 2 different sizes of flour tortillas, the smaller ones which were 98 cents and the larger size which was $1.76. Also lettuce, which was $1.05. And then also too, we ended up getting one of the 3-wick candles because my dad said this kind smelled really good, this Winter Lodge, which is one of the seasonal ones. That was $3.99. We also ended up picking up some of the dairy topping, which was $2.89. And then caramel dip because we got tons of apples to eat that with. Those were $2.79. And then also the avocados were 79 cents. We ended up getting 4 of those. And then bananas were 42 cents per pound. We ended up picking up almost 3 pounds. It was $1.18. And then lastly, also too, guys, I know I was telling you guys how I'm going to be out of my multivitamins this week. I actually found at Aldi they do have these gummy ones, and they use pectin instead of gelatin, so these are actually like vegetarian friendly. So I ended up picking up a package of these, and it's 150 count for like almost $8, or a little under $8. And it, like I said, you take 2 a day, so it's like a 75-day supply of the gummies, and again, they're vegetarian, so I thought that was really nice. And cool too, because sometimes, again, I go to the grocery stores or like drugstores, stuff like that, and they don't even have a wide selection of that, especially like cheap enough either. So I thought that was so awesome, and I went ahead and picked that up, so I don't have to get those ones off GNC anymore that I was going to order. So and then I'll share with you guys as well what we ended up getting from Menards. These items over here, minus these were all of our produce we ended up getting from the garden, but these items over here on this side of the table would have been $51.86. We paid $46.47, saved $5.39. We get back $20.23 in rebate, so it was a net cost of $26.24. Now, like I said, we did end up spending $16 on stuff that was not like sale related, I guess. My dad got this because he thought that it would be really useful in the garage because our lights are so dim. We only have 2 of them, and they're not, unless we use our actual like shop light, which we have to plug in. It's sort of a pain a lot of times to actually like you know, like go and plug it in every time we want to instead of just turning the lights on or whatever. So my dad got this thinking that this might be helpful to be able to see in certain parts of the garage where we actually have the light bulbs, which again we only have 2, but again really hard to see when you're working in there. So this was $10, and then also too, for my Xbox controller, the new one I just got, I believe it uses the Type-C USB, which this one has 3 of them, so I'm hoping that this one will work. But this was actually only $6, so I went ahead and picked that up as well, that I paid for. But again, just threw it in with all the rest of the stuff. So all the other items, most of the items actually were all free after rebate, except for the air conditioning cover, which I think was $7.99 after rebate, and that's so that we can use it on our, our square, new air conditioner that we just got this year, and again, protected over the winter and everything like that. And then also too, these like trimmers, these were I think $5.99 after rebate. I think, or $6.99, something like that. But that's because we have one other pair, but again, sometimes we got people doing stuff at the same time. Sometimes we can't find the other ones, and they'll be somewhere in the garage that get moved around or something like that. So I thought that this was actually a really good price, and to go ahead and pick up another pair again so that we can use these. And then the other items, like I said, were all free after rebate. So the Brillo 24-ounce dish soap was free after rebate. I ended up getting 8 of these dog foods because like normally we'll use 2 for Bliss, 1 for each of the puppies. So I have this for 2 meals. I was thinking we can just save it and use it for like a special holiday because I like to treat my little babies when it's like Christmas or Thanksgiving or something like that. So I went ahead and picked up, like I said, 8 of those in total. And then also these Armor All, they're like a 12 count of these Ultra Shine wash wipes. I think they were $3.99 but free after rebate, along with this like scrubbing sponge. I like to use these actually, and it does have a little refill thing on there as well. And then also the hand sanitizer is actually a money maker after rebate. It's like I think $3.99 or something like that, you get $4.99 back. So you make $1 on it. So that was, again, I think everything we ended up picking up at Menards, but like I said, a ton of freebies and everything like that. And again, excluding the $16 pretty much. Now this would have adjusted a little bit because of the rebate. We wouldn't have gotten quite as much back because like it counts $16 towards that 11%, but we would have been looking around like between 10 and 15, I think, for all of the other items we ended up picking up, again, if you exclude that. So that was, I thought, pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna get all this stuff put away, and again, I thought I'd just share with you guys my grocery haul. Well guys, I'm getting ready to take a shower and get to bed. So showed you guys grocery hauls from earlier today, and then we ended up watching the Notre Dame football game, and then which they were playing actually at Soldier Field, which is pretty cool. We watched that on TV, and then we ended up going to the movies. We got to go and see the new Marvel's Shang-Chi movie. So yeah, it was honestly, guys, like as far as the Marvel movies go, this one had me completely, and I think Matthew and Jack even ended up saying it too, like totally took you out of like the idea of like Marvel, sort of like superhero sort of, like, I don't know, it was just like a more like I said, like not entirely like traditional like Marvel superhero sort of, but it was such a good movie. Like the cinematography was amazing, like the coloring was amazing, like I just thought it was a really great movie. And like I said too, it was actually really refreshing because it wasn't like, and I don't want to say like a traditional Marvel movie, but like parts of the movie, like especially like the fight scenes and stuff like that, had me going, oh wait a second, like this is actually a Marvel movie. Like I just totally like was like again, it's almost like stood alone so well, like by itself. And again, was like something totally different, and just like a really good like action sort of, you know, movie that made me like totally like going like, oh my gosh, like I said, several points I was sitting there being like, oh yeah, like this is a Marvel movie, like, you know, seeing like the actors that I recognized, I was like, oh yeah, like I was like, they're in that movie, you know, in the Marvel movies or whatever, and I was like, yeah, that's also like the same, like this is still like the MCU sort of. So yeah, like I said, it was a really great movie. Yeah, I think I finally actually, like today especially, felt way better, and like not felt as sick, and like especially by this afternoon. My nose is a little stuffy, just a tiny bit, but honestly I feel really great. So I was able to sleep a little bit better last night, but again, because of the football game, I went to bed sort of late, and then ended up getting up early to go to the grocery store. So like I said, I was up, I didn't get a crazy amount of sleep last night, so I'm really tired. But then when we ended up coming home, we ended up watching then the UFC fights, and we ended up also, we played a couple of different video games too, like since Matthew's home this weekend. So that's what we pretty much ended up doing. My mom made her like enchilada casserole again, which was really good. And she also made like sort of homemade apple pie as well. Not like completely from scratch, but she didn't like just like do like frozen pie or anything like that. So yeah, like I said, it was a fun afternoon, fun day today. But then tomorrow we're going to do breakfast on the Blackstone before the Bears game, and then we're going to watch the Bears game, which is on at noon, and then I think sometime after that, when it ends, Matthew's gonna go back home. And so yeah, and then next weekend's Jack's homecoming actually, so we do have some, and then I think maybe the weekend after that, or no, I think 2 weeks after that is my cousin's wedding. And like, yeah, so we actually have a lot of stuff coming up too. We also might be taking another trip as well to go and see my other cousin who is out of state, close to Christmas time, which would be pretty cool. Actually to a state that I've never been to. I've been out of the country, but I've only ever traveled to 4 different states in the United States. So, wait, is that still right? No, now it's 5, guys, because we went to St. Louis. So I'd only ever been to, before I even went to Canada, I'd only ever been to Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Those are the 4 states I'd been to. Now I can say I've been to Missouri as well. So yeah, like I said, that was just a little bit ago, but we're going to be traveling and driving through a couple of states to go and see, I believe, like I said, looks like to go and see my cousin for Christmas. So like I said, there's a couple different things that we have going on too. And sort of honestly, it's like, I feel like once football starts, it is a constant, like we almost always have something sort of going on, because then like once football ends, it ends around like, you know, October, the end of October, sort of depends. I don't know how long the season's going, but you know, then there's Halloween, then there's a couple weeks, and then normally it's either my birthday and then Thanksgiving, or like my birthday a week before. Sometimes I actually don't know when my birthday falls this year. It might be the day before Thanksgiving, which I don't ever like, because normally that is always our cleaning day before Thanksgiving. So and it's like get the house prepped and like, you know, do all the last minute, you know, like any pre-prep for food and stuff like that, or you know, like, oh, we have to get ready because we're going to go to Thanksgiving at somebody's house or whatever. So like I've hated when my birthday's fallen on actual Thanksgiving. There was one year though when it fall not on Thanksgiving, but the day before, on the Wednesday, or my other aunt, and then my 2 cousins ended up actually taking me to go and see a play in the city, and then we ended up going to the Italian Village afterwards. And that was the only day that I remember being like, this wasn't a bad, like, you know, like I said, my birthday sometimes will fall like a couple days before Thanksgiving, sometimes it falls the day before. It just depends on that year. And so like I said, I remember that one year was the only like Wednesday that it fell on that I remember being like, oh, this isn't a bad like Wednesday birthday, because everybody else that was home had to do all the cleaning and prepping for Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like I said, anyways guys, again, there's like probably up until like October though, we're gonna have stuff going on like every single, I mean the end of October still, like stuff pretty much going on almost every single weekend. There's something else too that I think is coming up somewhat soon. The beginning of November, I think there was something else as well. But yeah, so like I said, I know that we have actually a lot of stuff, sort of like, I don't know, more stuff for us, definitely more than we've had pretty much the last year, because we have not been able to do a lot all of, you know, pretty much last year. So yeah, like I said, this year we've, you know, can do a lot more stuff, and that's really awesome. Again, we have got we had a really good weekend this weekend so far. I feel like, you know, pretty much just today, but like yesterday too. And like I said, it's just really refreshing, like get out, go and do stuff, you know, or just like do things together too, like Matthew being home and sort of like just doing things all together. Because like some weekends, like I almost feel like they're sort of the same as like a normal weekday for me. Like it doesn't really feel that different, but like today sort of did. Like it felt like distinctively like a weekend. Anyways, I will see you guys though all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give the old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.